Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today let's dive into an essential tool for web development using CSS. Before that, don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for getting notifications too. Okay, so let's start. What is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. It's a style sheet language used to describe the look and layout of a document written in HTML or XML. In simpler terms, CSS is what you use to control how a web page appears, including things like colors, fonts, spacing, and position of elements. A CSS is a library for creating interactive, responsive HTML presentations, one page scrolling websites, and vertical page sliders without using JavaScript. Think of it like this: HTML is a foundation of a web page, giving it structure, while CSS is like the decoration deciding how everything looks and feels. For example, without CSS, a web page would just be text and links with no color, no images, and no layouts. That's why CSS is very important for a website. Okay, so now that we know that what is CSS, let's look at the different types of CSS we can use to style our web pages. There are three main types of CSS. Number one is inline CSS, number two is internal CSS, and number three is external CSS. Okay, so what is inline CSS? Inline CSS is a type of CSS is written directly within an HTML element using the style attribute. It's quick for small styling changes but not ideal for larger projects. Example is given to you. You can check it out. Okay, so now next one is internal CSS. This type of CSS is written within the style tag. For this CSS, you have to open the style tag inside the head tag of the HTML document. It's useful when you want to style a specific web page but still keep the CSS separate from the content. For internal CSS, you can also see the example given below. Okay, so now the last third one is external CSS. This is the most common and efficient way to use CSS. You create a separate .css file of any name that contains all your styles that then links it to your HTML document. This method allows for better organizations, easier updates, and reusability across multiple pages. For external CSS, the example is given below and you can check it out. Okay, so now you may be wondering, why do we use CSS? We use CSS because CSS is what transforms a plain HTML page into something visually engaging. CSS makes it possible for websites to adapt to different screen sizes, ensuring a seamless experience whether users are browsing on a desktop, tablet, or a smartphone. CSS is very useful for making website responsiveness. Now that we understand what CSS is and what it's important, let's take a look at some practical examples to make things clear. Before that, you can see two images are given below. You can see in this image, the first image, that the house is incomplete, disorganized, and not visually appealing. But when we apply CSS, just like this beautifully designed house, the structure becomes more organized, polished, and pleasant to look at. That's what CSS does for website. Now let's go and see some practical examples so you guys will be more clear about inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS too. As we are starting our practical work, you all know that I am using VS Code editor. Okay, so let's create a new folder of any name on any directory. Okay, and then we will open it on VS Code. Okay, so for that we go on CMD and we will type code space dot and then press enter. Okay, and then we will create a new file of any name, but extension should be .html. Okay, press ht, go to HTML5, press enter, and it will create a basic structure for you. I'm giving any title, and then for running the file I will copy the path and go to Google Chrome and paste the path and then press enter. So the title is running. Okay, we are starting from inline CSS. First I'm giving a heading or I'm commenting so you guys will be more clarified. Okay, I'm writing paragraph tag hello paragraph. We will go and then run the file. Okay, so now we are doing styling inline CSS. Open the style attribute. Okay, and you can apply any styling. There are many given like color, or you can give any color. Okay, refresh the file and you can see the CSS is applying. So this is like inline CSS works. Okay, we can also give any styling like font size, font family, or anything you can give. Okay, like font size I'm giving 50 px. Refresh the file and you can check it out. Okay, our styling is working properly. Next we are going to learn about internal CSS, a basic practical example. Okay, I'm opening a p tag and I'm writing a basic paragraph hello second paragraph. Okay, refresh the file. Okay, now we are doing internal CSS. For internal CSS we are going to give a ID, a unique name. You can give ID or you can give class also, it's on your choice. Okay, I am giving ID. Okay, so ID equal to para 2, it's of your choice, any name you can write. Okay, control C, copy this ID. In head section we will open a style tag and ID is defined from hashtag. Okay, so paste the ID, open the curly brackets, give it a color or any style that you want. Okay, I'm giving a color purple or something. Font size you can give any 60 px 70 px. Text transform you can do it uppercase lowercase. Okay, refresh the page and the internal CSS is applying too. Okay, now the turn is of external CSS. Okay, so open the p tag. I'm writing hello third paragraph or you can write anything. Okay, refresh the page and you can see. Okay, for external CSS we also have to give the ID, a unique ID. Okay, so I'm giving para 3 because para 2 I've already given on top. Okay, copy the para 3, control C. For external CSS I will create a new file of any name, but extension should be .css. This is compulsory. Okay, okay, ID is defined from hashtag. I've told you before. Paste the ID para 3, curly bracket open and close. Give it any style that you want, color, font family, font size, text transform, font weight, etc. etc. Okay, so I'm giving font size 80 px, text transform uppercase. Okay, and you can also keep bold. So for that, font weight is a property bold. Okay, let's go and check it out that whether it's working or not. So check, this is not working because style.css is another file, so you have to include it on index.html file. So on the head tag we will write link tag for including style.css file. Okay, style sheet is the relation. In hyperreference we will give the style.css file link over here, so I'm writing style.css, enter. Okay, So it will pick the styling from another file. This is how external CSS works, okay? So check it out.